Here we go, guys, with Little Blue, reacting to the official trailer to Rob Zombie's The Munsters. That is cool how they're showing the old Universal logo.
Yeah, I'll always love that logo.
I like the one from like the 70s through the 80s.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Rob Zombie, the director of House of a Thousand Corpses, Halloween, and The Devil's Rejects.
He directed the remake.
I don't like the sound of that.
Brain of a super genius transplanted into the body of a perfect physical specimen.
I want a man that makes my blood run cold. A man that every time he enters my
Monster.
crypt, it's like a stake through my dead black heart.
I can whip you up, I'll be down in the land.
Grandpa
Remember
Monster.
what happened last time?
He was bad.
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
That's for out
For
there.
a vision, a queen, true love. What exactly do you want?
Is Herman Munster in there? I knew the moment I saw you that you were special. I understand if you don't feel the same. I'm just a regular gal living a boring, normal life.
If there's one thing I know, is that the rest of the world melted away as soon as you appeared in my life.
It seems that Miss Lily is truly in love.
Oh, come on, you know, and I know that we gotta get rid of that bozo Herman Munster.
And just like the classic intro, clips of that. Camera cut, sorry about that, guys. Jump cut, yeah, that is.
Greetings from Transylvania. That's a strange way of saying hello.
So I guess we're gonna have to get used to it.
And so far, like, may seem pretty interesting and pretty good, don't you think?
I think so. Yeah.
All right, enough said, jump cut to our thoughts now. Hey guys, so me and Little Blue, we had reacted to the official trailer to The Munsters. How was it? What'd you think?
It looks funny. I was never personally a fan of the Munsters growing up. I always liked
The Addams
watching.
Family?
Yeah, I was an Addams Family fanatic. I love and still love the Addams Family.
Yeah.
But I always loved Fred Gwynn as Herman Munster.
Yeah.
He makes me laugh. He was funny.
And-
I've watched old episodes of Car 54. Where are you?
Him and Al Lewis.
Yeah, and
Al Lewis was good as
he
as
also
Grandpa Munster.
played Grandpa Munster, exactly.
And he was enjoyable too.
Yes, and they were funny together. They had a chemistry together, and in that show they had
In both that cop show and Munsters.
Yeah, and I always loved when he laughed. You know, that goofy laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
And so this guy looks like, I don't know who's playing Herman Munster in this.
I think I do. I forget his name, but I do know the fact that he was the original Geico caveman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. So
I thought it was interesting that Rob Zombie produced it
and directed it. He's writing and directing this.
He was clearly a big Herman, a big Munsters fan.
Him and his wife are huge Munsters fans.
Yeah, I've read that. So
I don't see how this can turn out bad,
Oh, well, it's
because they are huge fans of the Munsters. So how can they do this? How can they make this bad or anything?
I think if anything, it's gonna go over huge because you've got a lot of the pratfalls and the funny bits that are going to have a more of a modern spin to them.
And this film also is very colorful.
Oh, very colorful.
Now, would you prefer, like, I know I've heard a few people online about this. Like, do you think you would have preferred the movie black and white or in color?
I don't know. I mean, if they could do a little of both, that would be great. I don't know how they would do it, but it would lend. I think it would lend itself to easier recognition by a lot of older fans. They'll say, "Oh, yeah, that's the Munsters," when they see it in black and white. But
the show at one point, I guess later on, went into color,
I
or like say reruns.
I don't ever recall seeing where it was colorized, but it could be that in later versions, in later years when the series ran, that it went to color. But I don't remember that. I only remember seeing black and white episodes.
Like I guess the whole show was in black and white.
Yeah, it was always too. It was just the bits were always too deliberate to me. They weren't subtle like the Addams Family was to me. I thought Addams Family was more of an adult version of the Munsters. That was just my opinion.
The difference between the Addams Family and the Munsters are this. The Addams Family are people, but they act like monsters or something. While the Munsters, they are monsters and so on, but they act like normal people.
Right. I mean, look,
you know what I'm saying, and there is a difference between them.
I mean, look, Tisha and Gomez Addams, they appear pretty normal, except with the exception of, I mean, Gomez is completely normal. He's just kind of a loon, and his wife Morticia, she's looks fairly normal with the exception of her octopus. I guess they're supposed to be octopus legs.
That's part of her dress.
It is part of her dress. She just, the way she walks.
There is a name for those, but I can't remember.
Yeah, they appear on the surface normal. Grandmama appears fairly normal on the surface.
Yeah.
Uncle Fester and even Pugsley and Wednesday are both, they seem pretty normal. Uncle Fester is the only one that, doesn't seem normal. And Lurch.
I was going to mention Lurch.
Yeah. But anyway, back on the movie,
Yeah.
This Munsters movie, it looks like a lot of fun. It really does.
Yeah. You realize there's currently been so many, like, Addams Family stuff. Like, we had recently gotten the animated films.
Yeah.
And, I think it's about time we get something of Munsters.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and this. Okay, another thing is, you realize that Herman Munster is green?
Yeah, apparently.
Well, even with it being colorized, and even when there was a movie, like a TV movie, like in the early 80s, with the original cast returning, and even say, like, Fred Gwynn had, suggested that the original makeup guys of the Munsters come back and do the makeup. Well, Herman was actually gray. His makeup was gray and so on.
Yeah, there were, interestingly enough, I've read where back in the silent film days that a lot of actors would wear like a green tinted makeup on their face because for some reason it showed up better on on film. I don't know why.
If they didn't have that, they'd look dead.
Yeah, and apparently there were some articles I read that the leading ladies said you really had to be a good actor to be able to look into your leading man's eyes and pretend like you were in love and you're looking at a green face, So I can see where that would be challenging as an actor.
And another thing is that I do know about this. I don't know if you knew this, that two of the original Munster cast members are going to be in the movie.
Yes.
Marilyn and Eddie Munster.
Yes.
I was wondering because I hadn't seen Eddie, like, Butch Patrick, is that his name?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I didn't hear or see anything that if he was going to be in the movie, and I was wondering if he was, and long behold, even when I checked his IMDb page, he is going to be in the film. And so is Elvira, Cassandra Peterson.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and the mother from E.T., Dee Wallace, she has a part in this, too.
Interesting.
And so does, he was in the trailer, you didn't recognize him, but what's his face from Lost, the big heavy guy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about.
He's going to have a part in this, too. And if you didn't know this, the seventh Doctor, Sylvester McCoy.
Yes.
He's playing Igor. Yeah.
Now, I did read where...
But just quickly, I didn't realize that we were going to have some of the classic Universal monsters, Nosferatu, and you saw the creature from the Black Lagoon, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what were you about to say?
I was about to say that the actor who played Eddie Munster originally, he had a rock band, and he did a song. I remember it came out
in tribute
sometime in the 80s, and it was sung to the tune of the Munsters theme, and it was...
I was about to say,
Whatever Happened to Eddie.
Yeah, I was about to say a Munsters tribute song.
Yeah, I only heard it once, but he recorded the song and did it as a tribute to the Munsters when he played in the Munsters, so very interesting.
Because obviously, because he still appreciates the Munsters, and it holds a place in his heart, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, and that's another thing. The Munsters movie is going to be an origin story. So we're going to have no Eddie Munster, and also probably no Marilyn.
No, it'll be. Although I think Marilyn was their.
Well,
she was the only normal one.
and
She was their niece.
Yeah, she moved into their house for a while.
Exactly.
And throughout the show.
Right.
All right, but with all that being said, let's go ahead and wrap things up. Any last thing to say on the Munsters film?
It looks fun. You know, I'd be open to seeing it when it comes out.
Yeah, and I think it'll probably be straight to streaming, I guess.
Probably, and with Rob Zombie's name on it, it can only do well.
And, you know, since him and his wife, they are Munster fans.
Right.
Yep, so what about you guys? You looking forward to this? Leave comments, as always, and give this reaction a like. And for me, I mean, again, what you said, you know, and I'm looking forward to it as well, and we'll see how it goes. All right, with that being said, thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed our reaction to the Munsters official trailer. More reactions on your way. Keep looking forward. They're going to be awesome. Last words?
Must be off.
He says that for me. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next video /reaction. Take care, and peace out.